Welcome back to the build. We are excited to get to work on finishing the shiplap in this house and just crossing that huge project off of our to-do list. So today we have about 2 hours to put in a little push on the build. So we are gonna work on our son's closet. There are no outlets in that space, so it should go super fast. Fingers crossed. Here we go.
Wait, one there, one there?
No, one here and one here.
What?
See if you can get it to go. You want it to go right in there and at 45 degrees. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, okay, good. Nice work.
Fine. Is that done?
Huh?
Am I done?
Well, we got one board up.
Yay! You got like a whole wall to do.
All right, that's all the help we get. They're like, it's like they got the building experience.
Right? It's like they went on a
it's like-
building retreat.
Yeah, it's like when the people pay to go and get to like fire a weapon
Yeah.
or go on safari. They're like, ooh, I want to fire that gun one time.
Like how I went to horsemanship camp for 1 week in 6th grade.
Yeah,
So I can be like, oh yeah, I know about horses.
I'm gonna question.
I'm pretty serious. That's our kids.
They're like, well, that was sure fun. That was a hoot.
They're like, oh yeah, we know how to build. We helped our parents build a house.
All right, Sarah and I are back in the house today, getting some more work done on the build. Yesterday, we were only able to get a couple hours worth of work done, but we made some good progress. We were able to get 2 walls up in our son's bedroom closet, and now I'm going to finish up that 3rd wall in the closet today. And then we also have this soffit area above that runs some of our HVAC stuff for our ERV. And we're going to get that all trimmed out and finished in our tongue and groove. So I think after that, the last tongue and groove, last shiplap area we have to do is in our pantry, and we just have 1 wall in there. So we are getting very, very close. It seems like there's a million things to do. We're just trying to take little chunks out of our big list, and hopefully that means someday we'll get done with this project. So I'm gonna get busy. Sarah's on the saw, getting some wood cut. I'm back in the bedroom, finishing up that closet, and we'll see what we can get done today. Owen's closet is done.
Done. Now we just gotta do a soffit, and then his room is done. And guess what?
What?
It's snowing.
So last we left you, and the last footage you saw was us working on our shiplap back in our son's bedroom. And our plan and every intention for that day was to come in after lunch and finish up that project and start working on the soffit back there. And unfortunately, we kind of had some bad news. Like we after lunch, we went to go turn back on our pellet stove, and I noticed that the food for our dog hadn't been eaten, and so we couldn't find her.
Which is unusual.
Yeah, she wasn't in the space in the yurt, and so we looked for her for a couple of hours, and we couldn't find her. And she is deaf, so we thought maybe she had kind of wandered off, but that's also unusual for her. So after looking for
I think like 2 hours.
2 or 3 hours, we actually found her behind a wood pile, and she had just passed away. And she was 14 years old and had been a big part of our life and our journey, and had been with us since we had our kids.
Yeah.
So it took a bit of a toll on us. But
And it still is.
it still is. So, but we had a nice memorial for her and got her buried on the land somewhere where she can watch
house.
over us and see the house.
And she wasn't able to help on the build anymore because things were either too dangerous or we were doing when we do the gun.
Yeah.
Because that when we do the framing nailer, it would freak her out. So
it's loud noises, it would scare her.
she had become to prefer the yurt. So if you've been watching us for a long time, she was in our early build with the yurt and when the subfloor went up and all that. But yeah, it's like we can't quite catch a break right now.
And the weird thing is that she wasn't showing any signs of being in distress, or like she was still seeming like she was pretty lively and would greet us all excited and was still able to go up and down stairs. It really came as a big surprise for her to just pass so suddenly.
Yeah. We were kind of convinced she was going to live forever because she was actually doing so good.
She was Marlee the Wonder Dog.
Yeah. So we're going to try to get back to work. We got in the build yesterday and just cleaned up. And we've been trying to keep ourselves busy. But
And now we're going to
complete
what we meant to start on that day and get that soffit completed and keep pushing through to get all the shiplap done. Because really in our eyes, we have 3 things we need to get done. 1, we need to get all of the walls covered in here, and we're pretty close on that. We just need our utility room and our pantry and the soffit in one of the bedrooms. And then we have to get our railing on our stairs going up to the loft level, and then our railing on our deck. And then we were able to call for our occupancy. So we're really gonna try to push hard, get that stuff done, so we can kind of get the kids moved in, we can get the trailer moved off the land.
And we're at the beginning of March right now, and I think both of us thought that the kids were gonna be definitely moved in the house by now, and we would have our certificate of occupancy, but our moving from Oregon slowed us down a lot.
Yeah.
So, and we were honestly hoping that by the time we were selling our house in Oregon, that this house would be completed and we would just be moving everything into it. So it's just been, you know, we're just adjusting all the time, and it's a little bit tiring.
Yeah.
Emotionally, physically, all the things. So, and then we got a little slowed down with Miss Marlee. So, but we're gonna get that done. And if this episode is a little short, that is why. But we want to keep getting content out to you guys too. All right.
All right.
Ready to build?
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. And then can you get the length on that, or do you need me to come in and stand to hold one end of the?
3/8.
98 and 3/8. If you guys are getting tired of watching me cut shiplap and Ryan put up shiplap, just imagine how we feel. Shiplapping a whole house has been so time consuming. We actually started this process way back in June last year. We're almost done, but man, I don't think either of us thought it would take this long. And granted, we did do other things throughout this process to break up the shiplapping for us, but it's just been this home stretch. Feels like we're never gonna get done with this process, even though I know we will. Just one piece of shiplap at a time. There we go. These are so heavy. All right, I've got all the pieces cut for our long pieces over that soffit, and we do have to rip one piece of shiplap down, and we have to rip one piece of tongue and groove down. So we've got the table saw moved out, Ryan is shuffling the deck, and we're gonna go get those pieces ripped down.
I was going to take into account this being here, so I was going to add 3/4 of an inch, so that would make this piece be 4. Okay.
This is gonna work out.
So should I notch that?
I'm just gonna notch it, but I need.
Notch that board so that it has more meat.
Oh, yeah, maybe. So we're not putting up a teeny tiny. I don't know. I think that'll be much better. Trying to get all the sawdust in your beard. only gets worse now. Oh yeah. Now that.
I don't know, we'll do 14 3/4.
Okay. We have all of the long pieces of shiplap and tongue and groove covering that soffit. The project has flown by, so it's a good little win for us. And now we just need the end pieces. And then our son's room is pretty much done. I just remembered we need to do the ceiling in his room of tongue and groove. So I don't know if we can call his room done. His bedroom is done with shiplap. But then we have to do a ceiling, so we're getting there. You ready for this one?
Yep.
Looks like an intentional, like, thing now. Looks like we knew what we were doing.
And then we probably want.
How are we gonna fix that? What does it look like when it's up there?
It looks like shit. 'Cause it's supposed to span the gap of the
Yeah.
the material.
Try number 2.
Okay, well, crisis averted.
At least we figured it out without, like, my thing. Like, we're just gonna rip out all the work we just did just for this little thing. We're all done covering the soffit with shiplap and tongue and groove. We had a small little issue getting the vent cover on, but we figured it out, so that's all taken care of. And now we have about 2 more hours that we can spend on the build today, so we're gonna work on starting the tongue and groove ceilings in the closets of our kids. We'll definitely get done with the one in our son's room, which then his room will 100% be done with all tongue and groove and shiplap. It just needs trim and all of the outlet covers, and it's completed. So that'll be a major milestone to get through. We'll see if we have time to get into our daughter's room and do her closet ceiling. Oh my gosh. It's just a little snowstorm again outside. Just if any of you think like we're filming and you're watching something we filmed in December and we're really behind, we're not. It's March and winter is finally showing up here.
They're like, lady, this is terrible. It's like it's raining, but it's not. This is so stupid.
We've been putting insulation on the walls between rooms and between the 2 floors and the ceiling, because one thing our old house was that we did not like was that it was loud, because I don't think they put any insulation between walls and floors and all of that stuff. And it was also not a very cozy house. So maybe this little bit of insulation we're adding will add some soundproofing and add some coziness to this house. Oh, because it was right on a knot. ever know except for our viewers. Do you want the one that's way too long first or the...
Sure.
But I think I will have to try to get on the other side. We will never hear the washing machine in our bedroom because I don't do laundry at nighttime. I accidentally cut one too many. My maths weren't mathing.
Okay, turn the light on. Okay, so now it's live. Now we're safe.
Whenever you're putting up a light fixture, does it remind you of our early dating days? Ryan had me help him put up a light fixture on possibly our third or fourth date. I should have seen the signs at that point. This is a nice boob light. This one's not winning us any like decorator
Of the year
awards. All right, are you ready for me to flip the switch?
I think so. Yay!
Oh, yay! We like accomplished some stuff today. Finished. Owen's room is done, except for the trim and the floor and the doors and the, but he could move in.
I mean, we could just kind of keep the hanger section low.
It'll be fun to look at closet design stuff, come up with some creative things. It's super fun as we see each closet start to come together. Closets are something we don't really have right now. We have one closet in the trailer, and it's like behind these sliding glass doors, and it's a pain to get to, but it's where Ryan and I hang all of our clothes, and that's it. So getting to design these smaller spaces is really cool. So give us any great ideas. Tell us where to go look for anything as far as closet design goes, because we'd love to hear those ideas. And I don't know, it makes us like look forward in the build and be like, all right, this is what's to come. This is kind of exciting stuff. So I think we'll be able to bust this out super fast tomorrow and then do a little bit of the utility room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We made awesome progress today. Finally.
Kicking butt.
Yeah. All right. Now I feel like we might finish this house.
We'll see how you're feeling tomorrow.